Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. Open Standard introduces the Open USD stablecoin. Ethena partners with BlackRock. Nick Johnson votes against an ENS Security Council renewal, and Tyco goes back online. All this and more starts right after this message. ETH Daily sponsorships are now open. Reach over 10,000 Ethereum native subscribers every weekday. Learn more at ethdaily.io/ads. Open Standard introduced OpenUSD, a new dollar-pegged stablecoin backed by a consortium of over 140 companies, including Visa, Stripe, MasterCard, Google, and Coinbase. The OUSD stablecoin model challenges native stablecoins by offering free minting and redemption, collaborative governance, and the distribution of yield from the underlying dollar reserves back to partner companies. Under the default earnings structure, partner companies receive interest generated by reserves less a management fee. Open Standard plans to deploy OUSD on Base later this year, leveraging the B20 token standard to ensure built-in compliance and merchant-aligned yield structures. Ethena announced a collaboration with BlackRock to integrate its USDE synthetic dollar directly into the Aladdin asset management and risk platform. The partnership allows BlackRock's institutional clients, who manage over $20 trillion in assets, to trace and evaluate USDE algorithmic hedging mechanisms alongside traditional portfolios. Under the agreement, BlackRock's tokenized Build Fund will serve as the primary reserve and collateral layer for Ethena's upcoming white-labeled stablecoin, backed by a $100 million securitized liquidity facility for 24-hour redemption. And lastly, Ethereum name service founder Nick Johnson voted against renewing the ENS Security Council, effectively blocking the proposal due to his majority stake of active delegated voting power in the DAO. ENS Labs then proposed a successor security council with tighter legal mandates requiring nominees to sign formal agreements with ENS. Community members note that the recent changes will diminish community control over the $500 million treasury. Johnson also self-nominated himself to be on the new Security Council. In other news, Tyco brings its Layer 2 back online without users losing any funds. SharpLink buys 10,000 Ether, and Lighter releases a tokenomics update. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.